And here comes the field for tonight's 8th race as they parade to the post. Number 1 is Racy Tudor, owned by Jones and Hunwick Farm Incorporated, driven by Jeff Fout. Number 2, Ivy's Path, owned by Mike Marshall. Reinsman is Brad Hanners. Number 3, Heat Wave, owned by the Morris brothers. David Miller will be aboard. 4, Enchantingly Shady, owned by Ron Jackson with Randy Tharps. Number 5, Taramina, owned by Henry Zoldeski and Jay and the Americans with Mike Welder. Number 6, Heart of the Matter, owned by the Springhaven Farm with Dave Hawk. 7, Carabane, owned by Richard Keaton and James Sanders. Jody Yessing will be in the sulky. 6 minutes till post. One minute. And there they go. They're off and pacing on the far outside. Heart of the Matter takes the lead. Between horses, Heat Wave and Racy Tudor along the rail. Ivy's Path gets away fourth. Enchantingly Shady. After that, it's Taramina and the 3-year-old Carabane, as Heart of the Matter quickly draws off by 3. Heat Wave moves in to be second. After that, it's the rail mare Racy Tudor, Ivy's Path, Enchantingly Shady, Taramina and Carabane. And they open up here with no quarter time. Moving past the stands to the half-mile pole. Heart of the Matter will try to last tonight on the front end under confident handling by the Hawkster. On her heels in second, 2-1 second choice, Heat Wave. Racy Tudor, the 8-5 choice, is third. Ivy's Path fourth, Enchantingly Shady, Taramina, and Carabane. At the half-mile pole, still in command of the field, it's Heart of the Matter. Heat Wave, the stalker, Racy Tudor first up again. Little less than a half mile to pace. Heart of the Matter still continues to show her heels to the field. Heat Wave second by a head of a bob. After that comes Racy Tudor moving out from between horses, Ivy's Path. Toward the rail, Taramina between horses, Enchantingly Shady and Carabane. Got them doubled up in behind. Dave Hawk leads. Heart of the Matter racing by 3/4. Moving midway on the turn, Heart of the Matter. She's got Heat Wave doubled up waiting for the passing lane. Racy Tudor can't go on. Off cover, here comes Ivy's Path as they fan out 7 wide on the drive to the wire. Dave Hawk goes to rockin'. Dave Miller goes to knockin'. It's Heart of the Matter closing down the middle of the racetrack. Heat Wave, and here comes Taramina with a rush. 3 wide here, and Heat Wave gets up. Four-year-old bay mare by Dragon's Lair out of Sconce, owned in Chicago by the Morris brothers, trained by Randy Owens, driven by David Miller. We'll have a time here to be announced momentarily. Double tonight for David Miller aboard 3. Heat Wave, the exacta returns $21.60. And the try $183 even. Windows are now open on tonight's 9th race. No changes in the 9th except for the fact that 9, Johanna, is scratched. Scratch number 9, Johanna, sick, post time 10:18.